What is up, my crypto fans? In today's video, we're bringing up a subject where you guys have asked me a lot about. Blade, what is the difference between like liquidity mining, yield farming, and staking? Overall, long story short, liquidity mining is a subset of yield farming, which itself is a subset of staking. And all these three methods are just a way of putting your idle crypto assets to work to earn your rewards. What we've seen is yield farming aims at getting you the highest reward possible, but with also being a higher reward, the risks are higher. Next, staking focuses on helping the blockchain network stay secure, and liquidity mining focuses on providing liquidity to a DeFi protocol. Overall, they're all just passive income strategies, and all in all, they're all just passive income strategies that provide you rewards for benefiting the project. Long story short, but let's get more into it. First, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about yield farming. We're going to understand it, and we're going to talk about why this is actually has the highest form of risk. Ooh, ooh. So yield farming is maybe the most popular form. And I keep on looking this way because I have two monitors. You probably could tell, but yield farming might be the most popular way of earning a passive return on your crypto assets. Essentially, pretty much what you do is you earn this passive income by depositing crypto into this liquidity pool. Now, what you can do is you can think about this liquidity pool as like your bank, like your local Wells Fargo. So when you put money into your Wells Fargo bank account where you store this money, your bank, what it then does is it offers loans out to other companies and compensates you with a portion of the earned interest. Realistically, the bank earns you like, what is it, 1%, which doesn't even make any sense because realistically, inflation is like around 2.5%. So you're actually losing money by putting into a CFI, centralized finance bank. But by putting it into a centralized finance bank, there's almost no risk, even though you're only like 1%. But it's almost like no risk because they have that FDIC thing. I don't really know what it stands for, but I just know it means that you're not going to lose your money because it's backed by the government. Whereas in comparison, or in contrast, yield farming over here and most of the crypto stuff is DeFi, decentralized finance. What that means is it's not centralized by this one government that can, if all else fails, the government can help you guys out and give you your money back, pretty much, or insurance, whatever it is. Don't get me wrong. There are projects out there that provide yield farming insurance. So I'll make another video on that soon. But overall, it's a really cool concept because, like I said, yield farming earns you the highest APY, but also has the highest form of risk. But you might not have the amount of APY that you want because you put in insurance on it. Might not make as much money you want, but it's also a lot safer because once again, you have insurance on your yield farming protocols. But pretty much, yield farming, what it does is, like I said, is yield farmers are the foundation for DeFi protocols to offer exchange and lending services. Pretty much also a liquidity pool, all right? Take my notes. Liquidity pools are smart contracts that power the DeFi marketplace. These pools contain digital funds that facilitate users to buy, sell, borrow, lend, and swap tokens. That's just a liquidity pool. Liquidity providers, which is the person kind of investing in it, are the investors who pledge their assets in the liquidity pool and earn these rewards for it. Just to break down some of the terms, make it a little easier for you. And like I said, the risk to yield farming is, like I said, it's a high risk, high reward type of deal, unless you get insurance, obviously. But some of these risks include smart contract risks, obviously hacking, liquidation risks, and permanent loss. Therefore, pretty much, thus, you should just be aware of those and just either get insurance or just know what you're doing. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. And whenever you're investing into, regardless of what it is, of the stock, crypto, regardless of what it is, you should always know for the fact that It might not go the way you want it to go, and you can lose all your money. Yeah, I know that sounds terrible, but it's true. All right, so cool. Next one. I'm gonna be breaking this down from like highest risk, medium, and like least. All right, so what is staking now? Let's talk about some staking. So staking is a similar, like they're all similar, like I said, but it's easier concept to kind of understand. Well, I thought the other one's kind of easy. But what I'm trying to say is staking refers to pretty much you like this project. And what you do, because you like this project, you believe it's going to do well, you pledge your crypto asset as collateral for their blockchain network. And it utilizes something called proof of stake algorithm. And that's similar to how these miners, people that mine like Bitcoin, Ethereum, what they do, they utilize something called a proof of work, where they actually do the mining on the blockchains. Stakers, on the other hand, are chosen to validate those transactions on the blockchain utilizing a proof of stake algorithm rather than a proof of work algorithm. Overall, staking is a lot more scalable and it's more energy efficient, and it is generally preferred over the proof of work concept, where you actually have like mining rigs and shit, and you actually have to mine it out. Realistically, I don't think mining is all that worth it, to be honest, especially when you're competing with these massive operations. All right. And I mean, I made a video on it. You guys can check that out in my under my videos, but honestly, I don't think mining is worth it unless you go all out. But yeah, so in staking, the rewards are distributed on chain, meaning every time a block is actually validated, new tokens of that currency are minted and distributed as staking rewards to you. Staking is more viable means of achieving consensus when compared to like mining. Stakers need to invest in stakers don't need to invest in expensive equipment, like I was saying, to generate that power required to mining. Also, there's also a staking as a service platform that ease the process of staking. Risk to staking. Yeah, risk to staking, like I was saying before, staking is more safe than yield farming. But the staking in itself, the safety of the stake tokens is equal to the safety of the protocol itself, which I think you would probably imagine. The risks of staking cryptocurrencies are validator risk, slashing, hacking, server risk, falling cryptocurrency prices, so volatility. Investors may struggle to sell the assets. So once again, liquidity risks we're talking about before. Long lockup periods, waiting for periods to receive rewards, project failure. So a bunch of these NFTs are staking. Sometimes the project might not go as planned. Maybe the project, might not go as planned, lose your money. The price drops in the crypto. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's also fund loss, theft, and hacking, like I said. All right, cool. Next one we're going to talk about. Next one to talk about is actually liquidity mining. And liquidity mining is a cool concept as well. So it's similar to the way, kind of similar to the way we were talking about before with yield farming, but different. So liquidity mining is, they say, it's the core of any DeFi project. It focuses on providing liquidity to the DeFi protocol. So in this process, investors provide their crypto assets trading, like once again, ETH/USDT in this liquidity pool. But unlike yield farming, in these DeFi protocols for crypto trading, we're not lending and borrowing like yield farming. And remember, I was bringing that bank type example. It's not that. In exchange, pretty much what you're doing is you provide liquidity. You provide liquidity to this pool in exchange for people trading the crypto asset. That liquidity mining protocol provides the users with something called an LP, liquidity. An LT, liquidity token. Yeah, liquidity LT. But in exchange for putting this liquidity, when people make those trades from Ethereum to USDT, you're provided with a reward because you put up that liquidity. So as long as these tokens provided by the users remain in the liquidity pool, the protocol rewards them with these native tokens, like I said, or what they call governance tokens. Not liquidity token, bad. These governance tokens, and are mined in each block. In addition to these LP, they receive liquidity pool they received earlier. The reward percentage is based on the share of the total pool liquidity. These newly minted tokens give liquidity miners access to project governance and can also be exchanged for better rewards or other cryptocurrencies. Excuse me. So once again, pretty much it's different than yield farm because it's not that bank type of system. What you're doing is you're putting up liquidity and when in the form of like Ethereum / USDT, and whenever someone makes that trade, you just get a little bit of money of it in the form of a governance token. So for example, like PancakeSwap is big into that. What are the risks into liquidity mining? So these liquidity mining has the lowest amount of risk, but obviously there's still risks in everything you do. Some of the risks in liquidity mining include smart contract risk, project risk, rug pull, and impermanent loss. Rug pull pretty much just means they hype up a project and then they take the money and run. Sucks. Yeah, so to conclude, guys, pretty much, like I said, liquidity mining is a subset of yield farming in itself, which yield farming is a subset of staking. So all of these three methods are just ways of putting idle crypto assets to work. Yield farming pretty much is the one that gives you the highest yield possible, also has the highest risk. Staking focuses on helping the blockchain network stay secure. And the liquidity mining provides liquidity for the DeFi protocol when people make trades back and forth. Thank you guys for watching. If that helped, let me know. Click that subscribe button down below so you can help out my algorithm. And guys, if you have any other questions, let me know. If you guys are interested in knowing every single day when the next best yield farm, the next best staking opportunity, next best liquidity mining opportunity is with the highest APY possible that we are actually personally investing, me and my team are investing in to earn ourselves passive income. If you guys are interested in those call outs, really being informed, guys, on a little membership. It's only $97 a month. Click the link down below. And guys, I'll see you up there. Wait, where are you gonna see? You always say this. Right there, guys. That's the top right there. I see you guys on the top. Peace out.